Hello, welcome back for week 5 of the Toefl Beginner online English classes. My name is Mr. Nicky. We are carrying on in much the same vein as previous weeks. We're in your developing skills for reading book, page 53 to 58. If you don't have it, don't worry. Everything that you need will be included in the presentation as always. Just make sure that you've got a notebook and a pen or a pencil handy so that you can fill things in. So the objectives for today, we need to be able to use context clues to establish meanings of words. Okay, so as always, using extra information in the text to make sure that we understand words that we can't quite define when we first read them. And secondly, we'd like to be able to identify reference within passages of text. Okay, so a referent is when something is being referred to by a different pronoun. So if I was talking about the subject of history and then later on I called it, it would be the reference, okay? It's the subject, history is the subject, okay? Quite simple reference. I think you've probably seen them before, even if you've not necessarily had them defined as a reference. They will make a lot of sense as we go through. That will not be too difficult for you. So, without further ado, let's get started. Skill 1. So this is page 54. The title is Building Vocabulary. We've got 5 vocab words there. We've got average, common, normal, in the middle. I'm sure you've done averages in maths, so we have all sorts of different averages, mean, median, and mode. Just common or normal, average. On a daily basis, a phrase just means every day. I brush my teeth on a daily basis. That means I brush them every day. Arise, to come up, to appear. Distinguish, to see or tell the difference between things. I can distinguish my dog from your dog because my dog has black hair. Something like that, okay, whatever sets things apart. And last one, reasonably, which is being used here, similar meaning of logically. Okay, so let's read through this. The average English speaker has a vocabulary of approximately 15,000 words. Of those 15,000 words, a person may only use about 2,000 words on a daily basis. That means that the vast majority of words seem to belong to a speaker's passive vocabulary. Problems arise, however, once one tries to distinguish active from passive vocabulary items. Typically, passive vocabulary is defined as words speakers recognize but cannot produce on their own. However, consider a word like funnel. One can reasonably assume that all native English speakers know and can produce this word correctly. It might mistakenly be considered a passive vocabulary item because it is not used very often. Okay, so please pause the video, read through that one more time on your own out loud, making sure the pronunciation is clear and crisp. Once you have finished that, please resume the video and the questions will be on the following slide. Okay, so here are your questions for skill 1. I'm going to leave those on the page and ask you to pause the video again. Once you restart, I will give you the answers that you need. Okay, so question number 1 said, look at the 4 squares that indicate where the following sentence could be added to the passage. The sentence that you had to add in was, on the other hand, hardly anyone would use it on a daily basis. So where do you think this would best fit? Would it be in or next to square A on line 6, square B on line 7, square C on line 9, or square D on line 11? The correct answer there would be C, line 9. Question number 2 says, what does there in paragraph 2 refer to? Okay, so there is a reference. What does it refer to? The words, the vocabulary, the speakers, or the meanings? That would have been C, the speakers. Question number 3, which of the following could best replace the word approximately as used in the passage? Would it be more than, about, less than, or average? The correct answer there would be about. Now, the words this and it are both used in the second paragraph. These are your reference, this and it. Question 4 asks you to circle these words and explain what each refers to. So this relates to the word funnel, and it relates to the word funnel as well. Okay, so both this and it are used to refer to funnel. Okay, give yourself a mark out of 4 for that, and we will move on to the next topic, which is Spain. Barcelona picture there, beautiful city. So again, we've got 5 vocabulary words. The first, explore, travel somewhere for the purpose of discovery. Then we've got encounter, which means to come into contact with or to find. We often use the word encounter when we're talking about aliens. We describe an alien encounter, which is where you would contact aliens, things from another country or another world. We've got the word conquer, which means to defeat, subdue by force. Speak about an army conquering. Number 4, economy, system of exchanging money for goods and services. And last one, democracy, system of government run by the people, i.e. you can vote and elect whoever you would like to. So let's read through this passage. We'll do it much the same as last time. I'll read it once, then I'll let you pause the video to read it yourself. Spain is a European country that lies east of Portugal and north of Africa. It has coasts on the Atlantic Ocean, both in the north and in the south. This easy access to the ocean helped Spain explore the world in the 15th century. Spanish sailors encountered wealthy cultures in the Americas and soon conquered large pieces of land. In this way, Spain gained power in different parts of the Western world. However, in the 20th century, the Spanish people fought against each other in a civil war between the years 1936 and 1939. This caused Spain to lose much of its power. Today, Spain is building a stronger economy thanks to the new democracy and membership in the European Union. Okay, so again, please pause the video and give that a read through yourself. Once you have finished, you may restart the video and we will go through to the question page. Okay, so questions. Again, pause the video. Once you restart, I will do answers. Okay, so question number 1 says, look at the 4 squares and indicate where the following sentence could be added. The following sentence for this one was, to make matters worse, Spain's government became a dictatorship during the 20th century. So where could we have put that? Was it A, in line 5, B, in line 6, C, in line 8, or D, in line 9? The correct answer there would have been D, 9. Question number 2. This in the passage refers to the Spanish sailing expeditions, the Spanish Civil War, the closeness to the ocean, or the new democracy. Correct answer there should have been B, the Spanish Civil War. The word civil could best be replaced by which of the following? Polite, international, citizens, or bloody? That would be citizens, or citizens is the war that belongs to the citizens. Number 4, the word this is used 3 times in the passage. Draw a line from each one of these words to the word or phrase that it belongs to. So in the 3rd sentence, we were talking about closeness to the ocean. 5th sentence links to conquered large pieces of land. and the 7th sentence links to civil war. Okay, so one more time. In the 3rd sentence, closeness to the ocean. In the 5th sentence, conquered large pieces of land. And in the 7th sentence, civil war. Again, please give yourself a tick if you got any of that correct or all of that correct, which I hope you did. And we will move on to text number 3. Okay, number 3 is titled experiment. Vocabulary. The first word we have is to conduct, which just means to do or to perform. If you're going to do an experiment, we say, I'm going to conduct an experiment. Procedure is a way of doing something. There is a procedure when you go to the bank. You must take your ticket and wait. There is a procedure when you go to the hospital. You take your ticket and wait. That's the way we do it. Number 3, observation. A note or record about what happens during an experiment. I'm sure you've done these in science. You see something change, you write down an observation. Comprehend means to understand. You'll often do in English comprehension work, which shows understanding. Comprehension coming from the word comprehend. Solution. There can be multiple meanings for solution in science actually, but this is an answer to a question or problem. So an experiment is a procedure that is controlled by a scientist to test an idea. For example, a scientist may want to conduct an experiment in order to know which particular manner of speaking is easiest to understand. To find the answer, she may make recordings of the voices of 4 different speakers. Then, the scientist can play them to different listeners. The listeners can tell the experimenter which accent is easiest to understand. From these observations, the scientist can try to answer questions about what makes a person's voice easy to comprehend. This scientific evidence can lead to solutions to questions. Okay, your turn. Please pause the video and read that out loud. Questions, just going to leave them there. Please answer those. Once you have finished, restart the video and I will give you the answers. Okay, so number 1. The sentence we had to put in this time was, the speakers will probably have different voice qualities, for example, different accents. Would that have gone best in line 4, line 5, line 7, or line 9? The correct answer there would have been B, line 5. Question number 2, as used in the passage, what does them refer to? As used in the passage, what does them refer to? Was it the scientists, the listeners, the evidence, or the voice recordings? The correct answer there would have been the voice recording, D. Number 3, the word evidence in the passage is closest in meaning to data, lie, assumption, or theory. The correct answer there would have been data, A. Now, question 4 relates to question 2 above. Explain the clues you used to match them and your choice. So I've already told you that them relates to the voice recordings. What would have showed you that that was the case? You could have spoken about the fact that them refers to something plural. So that would rule out C, the evidence. It would have to be one of the ones that ends with S, scientists, listeners, or voice recordings. The verb associated with them is play. Recordings can be played, but speakers cannot, and therefore the correct choice would be recording. Okay, again, give yourself a score, and we will move on to number 4. Getting through these today. Okay, coats of arms. Coat of arms. 5 vocab words here again. No, sorry, just 4. Knight with a K, a medieval soldier. Shield. You can see in the picture, the part in the middle, the big red bit is a shield, piece of metal or wood used as protection against weapons. A tag, a small badge used to identify something or someone. You'll often see this with soldiers, so they have a dog tag, a little metal thing with their name on and their identity number, so that if their bodies are found in war, they can be identified. And a crest, which is an emblem or symbol. So the picture would be described as a crest. So this is all about coats of arms. Coats of arms are quite strange. They're these things given to families or some sort of noble families in the past. The one on the page actually is a Talbot crest, and that's actually one that is my mum's family name, actually, Talbot there. So the phrase coat of arms refers to particular symbols used by knights in Europe. A coat of arms identified knights in battle. Knights painted their coat of arms on shields or clothing, so other knights could recognize them. Because a knight's face was usually covered in battle, the coat of arms was like a name tag everyone could see. The distinct colors and symbols on coats of arms made them easily recognizable. Interestingly, these kinds of symbols are also used in Japan. These are symbols for families. Even today, such Japanese family crests are still being used. Okay, so again, please pause the video, read through that yourself, and I will do answers once you have restarted. Okay, there's your questions. And your answers. Number one, it says, look at the 4 squares. The sentence you need to fit in is, in Japan, a coat of arms is called a kamon, or mon for short. Where would that sentence best fit? Would it be in line 2, line 4, line 5, or line 7? The correct answer there would be line 7, D. Question number 2, what does the word them in line 6 refer to? Coats of arms, battles in Europe, name tags, or shields and clothing, and that would be A, coats of arms. Number 3, the word symbols in paragraph 2 is closest in meaning to coats, words, pictures, or tags. That would be pictures, C. And last one, number 4, quite a nice quick one this. What do their and them in the third sentence refer to? That would be knights. Knights with a K. Okay, last one. We are very nearly there. The title of our last piece is New Media Jobs. There are a few different words that we need to know. We have integrated, which means joined together. In school, the subject coordinators integrate, they join together to plan things. Professional, an expert or person with a certain set of skills and knowledge. Solid, which means firm or strong. Breed, a type or class. We often use this when we're talking about dogs, a breed of dog, a type of dog. And talented, skillful, or very good. Relatively easy, those vocab words today, I think. Should be familiar with most of those. Okay, so today, media forms such as video, audio, and text do not exist as separate fields. They've become integrated through computer applications that are combining in ways never possible before. Jobs for specialists in this new media are opening across the traditional forms of media, such as newspapers, radio, and television. New media professionals need to have a solid footing, not only in computer technologies, but also in traditional work methods that came before. This new breed of communicators not only has to be good at writing, but good at using different word processing programs as well. They have to not only be talented artists with a brush, but also talented artists with a computer tablet, keyboard, and mouse. Positions of this type might include editors, copy editors, and page designers. Okay, so your turn. Please give that a read through, and when you have finished, you can go on to the next slide, where there will be questions. Okay, questions, again, pause the video, make sure you answer those, and then I will give you the answer in a minute. Okay, so answer signs. The sentence that we needed to put into the passage was also, every new media professional needs to be skilled at planning and project management. Would that have gone best in line 6, line 10, line 11, or line 13? Correct answer there would have been C, line 11. Question number 2. The word they in paragraph 1 refers to what? Separate fields, video, audio, and text, the new breed of communicator, or new jobs? That would have been B, video, audio, and text. Question 3, which of the following could best replace the word text as used in paragraph 1? Written words, books, examinations, or computers. That would have been written words, A. Number 4, draw a line from they in the second paragraph to the reading to the word or phrase it refers to. We should have matched that to new media professionals / this new breed of communicators. Okay, well done if you got all of those correct. So, objective review. Have you successfully used context clues to establish meanings of words? Understood and identified reference within passages of text. If you were able to link the thises and the its and the thems, then that is a yes. If you have done all of those, that is excellent. You're ready to move on to the independent writing for this week. Okay, here's the brief. So, plants can provide food, shelter, clothing, or medicine. What is the one kind of plant that is important to you or the people in your country? Use specific reasons and details to explain your choice. So we can see in the pictures, just to give you some ideas, to get some of those creative ideas flowing, we've got a picture of a canopy there. You can see there's roofs being made with palm leaves and lots of bamboo used. We've got various Chinese herbal remedies and medicines. In the picture at the bottom left, we've got some farmers in Dalat. And this is important not only for food production, but also these are some massive exports for Vietnam and underpins a large section of the economy. So that might be a very important one. And then in the bottom, that's a cotton plant, which we can use for making clothes. So there are all sorts of things. Which one particular plant do you think is the most important to people in your country? Try and think outside the box. Try and think about something that maybe nobody else will have thought of. Try not to just think about your own life, but think about the wider country and what things impact people in different areas. That would all be excellent. That's it for today. Okay, I think it should all be quite easy. Hope you got through it all. That should be our last lesson. School's resuming next week, and hopefully we won't be made to shut again. So thank you very much for your attention as always, and I will hopefully see you in school. Goodbye.